Dr. Jacques Roy, a mastermind fraudster who stole a jaw-dropping $375 million. How did he do it, you ask? Well, stay tuned with us until the end as we tell you this tale of a man who successfully used those phony scammer guides from the deep web and almost made off with it all. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video from our channel. In this video today, we take a look at how the blue-collar doctor managed to pull off the biggest Medicare fraud the world has ever seen. But before we get into it, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us. Let's take a look. The scam. This tale too starts with a well-to-do doctor who got himself bitten by greed. Dr. Jacques Roy had a pretty normal childhood, teenage years, and adult life like us all. He had a good job, a family, and everything one could ask for. Yet, to him, it wasn't enough. He wanted more, so he exploited the only thing he could that was in his power and he had knowledge of: Medicare. Working as a physician for years, checking patients, writing claims for Medicare reimbursement made him privy with the system. He knew all the loopholes in the system and he knew how to exploit them as well. I was driven solely by greed and ego, Roy stated in his hearing. The scam involved Roy certifying hundreds of fraudulent claims for Medicare reimbursement and pocketing money from payments for services not needed or never delivered. On a small scale first, Roy began to reap benefits and came to the conclusion as to how easy it was. But to pull the scam off, he obviously needed help. So he did what he thought was best. Roy hired help under false pretenses and set up Medistat Group and Associates. Operating under the company name Apple of Your Eye, Ultimate Care and Cherry Home Care, among others, the associates allegedly fed a steady stream of fraudulent homeless clients to Dr. Roy to be certified as Medicare eligible. Since 2006, according to prosecutors, Medistat Group and Associates had certified more than 11,000 unique patients from over 500 home healthcare agencies in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Dr. Roy allegedly instructed employees in the company's 485 department named for the plan of care form. He allegedly even had a boiler room where employees worked all day, signing his name on Medicare claims all day long. Between 2006 and 2011, according to the 13-count indictment unsealed today, Dr. Roy certified more Medicare beneficiaries for home wealth services and had more patients than any other medical practice in the US. His greed only grew from there, starting from hundreds of dollars to thousands, and later millions. The scam of Roy's grew exponentially. Then came a time when it all became too big for him to handle and the money too much to explain. Hiding the money and escape plan. As the scam grew in size, Roy knew there would come a day when all this would blow up and he needed to have a way out, but could not go around asking how to hide his illegal money or how to escape from the government. So he did the next best thing in line, hired help from the internet, more specifically the deep web. Down in the deep web, he came across illegal guides titled Hide Your Assets and Disappear, a step-by-step guide to vanishing without a trace, and a copy of the Offshore Money Manual. Roy used them successfully and managed to stash some of the money he allegedly stole from Medicare in a secret account in the Cayman Islands. There was also evidence that Dr. Roy had created a false identity for himself. He had a fake driver's license and a birth certificate in the name of Michael Pollan, and applications for Canadian citizenship, with being very close to pulling off this scam and leaving the US for good with everything. He thought it was a good deal, but fate had some different plans. The prosecution. At the peak of his scam, Roy caught the attention of federal regulators by submitting by far the most Medicare claims in the nation for home healthcare services, which baffled the authorities. A doctor cannot care for more than 11,000 patients at once, they put it during the trial. This in turn started a string of investigations of small cases that opened up the whole operation to the authorities. While complex on paper, an experienced federal authority quickly saw through the scam and led a task force to bring it down. What followed was a harrowing end for Dr. Roy's Medicare fraud. Federal officials had said they had uncovered the largest Medicare fraud scheme investigators have ever discovered, a $375 million home healthcare scam operating in Dallas, Texas by Dr. Jacques Roy. Today, the Medicare fraud strike force is taking aim at the largest alleged home healthcare fraud scheme ever committed, said Assistant Attorney General Lanny Brewer. According to the indictment, Dr. Roy and his co-conspirators for years ran a well-oiled fraudulent enterprise in the Dallas area, making millions by recruiting thousands of patients for unnecessary services and billing Medicare for those services. We've seen the damage he's done, Assistant U.S. Attorney P.J. Meatle told the judge on his fraud case. There was not one redeeming quality about Dr. Roy and should be given 105 years in prison. Roy's defense attorneys had asked for no more than 10 years in prison, arguing that he could still contribute to society even without a medical license. I made some mistakes, Roy told Judge Lindsay during the 5-hour sentencing hearing. I was wrong. I ask for mercy. I'm looking forward to giving back to society, said Roy. During the hearing, Judge Lindsay granted a request from Roy's attorney to play a 10-minute video featuring some of his former patients praising him. There's a lot of people here who still need you, one person says in the video. Roy's wife, Dr. Louise Lamare, told Lindsay that Roy has tremendous inner strength. She said he has a strong work ethic and is a great motivator. When Roy started caring for patients at their homes, he told her he had found his calling, she said. All of his energy was directed to patient care, Lamare said. There was no intention of wrongdoing here. In argument, the prosecution stated that he used the elderly and homeless as pawns, using them to submit fake Medicare and Medicaid claims. He didn't care for them, he used them. Roy wanted to become the biggest player in home healthcare after his career floundered. He wanted to prove he was the big man he thought he was. Dr. Roy is anything but a good doctor. He is a menace. Everything he's done in his life has suggested that he has devious criminal intentions, the prosecution argued. After a lengthy investigation and a complex trial, Dr. Jacques Roy was convicted of 12 counts of healthcare fraud and obstruction in April 2016. Roy, 60 years of age, was sentenced to 35 years in federal prison and to pay more than $286 million in restitution. So close to the perfect crime, Dr. Jacques Roy could have had it all if only he had the sense to tone down his crime and knew when he was going overboard. Dr. Roy finally got served with justice and will spend the rest of his days in prison. If he is still alive after his sentence, he'll be an extremely old man. And with that, we have come to the end of our video. If you enjoyed watching it, then like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next video.